Hi there, today we're unboxing a Philips Hue Motion Sensor. So details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's take a quick look around the packaging. So it comes in a box with the actual sensor visible. So there's a plastic covering it. So quite a small sensor. If I come around here, it says Zigbee certified product. And coming up here just shows it can be mounted and you can control via an app as well, the sensitivity. And the fact it can be used as a sensor in the way that if someone walks past, you could get the sensor turning on a light. Coming around this way, turns on your Philips Hue lights on and off automatically, and that's it. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. So I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging, so let me quickly go through them one by one. So you've got a user manual here, multi-language, and details how to set this up. Document here has warnings and cautions regarding the product, and that's multi-language as well. Next, you've got some fixtures. So bag with a raw plug, small screw, and you've got a longer screw, and that's for the fixture here for mounting it onto a wall. So this is a very strong magnet, and you can just put the screw directly through there, and it will sit onto a wall. Then you can get your sensor and it will just hold on to it. The magnet's really good, doesn't drop it in any way, and again you can angle it slightly if you need to, which is nice. Design wise, I would have thought it'd be better to have more of a ball type design, so easier to move about, just to show. So it does look a bit odd when it's like this, but it does do the job, and it's of rubber finish around there. So let's take a look at the actual motion sensor. In terms of size, comes in just under 5.5 centimeters either way. Thickness wise at this point it's 2 centimeters, but if I include the back part, we're saying about 2.5 centimeters. So not too big, looks nice and compact. So at the front here, we have a light sensor from what I can see, PIR motion sensor there, and can't see it too clearly, but there is a LED light just below here. Branding around there, all matte white finish, so it's not really glossy. And coming over here, you've got a setup button here, so if you need to reset it, you just put a pin in there and that will reset it. Got a screw here for the back, and obviously if you take the screw off, you can pull the back off and replace the battery that comes in there. You've got a plastic tag here. If you pull that out, then the battery will come live and then you can set it up. Build wise, feels nice and strong, and nice that it's compact as well. Next, let's make a start at setting up this motion sensor. So if I go to my Android phone, we click on the Hue app here, and we go to settings, click on accessory setup, and we click add accessory, and we go for Hue Motion Sensor. Now it's indicating to take the plastic tag off over here, pull that out, LEDs blinking just down there, and now it's saying searching for your motion sensor. And there you go, your motion sensor is connected. Continue setup. Please select the room where this sensor will be used. And we'll say living room because that's the only one we've got. Your sensor in living room will have the following default settings. You can adjust these settings in accessory setup. So during the day it's bright, during the night it's dimmed. And if I click customize, okay, so this is what we're presented with. So from here, you can rename the sensor name. You can change the room it's associated with. And then looking down, you can see day behavior. So there's a chunk between here and where you see between and after. So you're saying between these hours, what you want to happen is the light to go bright. And then what you're saying after 5 minutes, so you can change that timing as well. What you want to happen in living room is turn the lights off. Now that's what will happen between these hours, and then you've got night behavior as well. So you can say between 11 in the night and 8 in the morning, you want the living room light to be dimmed, and you want after 5 minutes for the living room light to turn off. So nice functionality. You can set 2 different settings on that to say between certain hours to do different things. Now if I go further down, you've got advanced settings. So you've got daylight sensitivity. So based on your current measured daylight in the room, motion will trigger the lights. So you can adjust that. And same with motion sensitivity. If your lights turn on too easily, lower the sensitivity. If your lights do not turn on easily enough, raise the sensitivity. and then you've got enable sensor, so you can disable it. Then you've got a reset and a delete option, and as simple as that to get this amended. So for demonstration purposes, let's change this now to be, so between these hours for testing purposes, obviously we want the light to be bright, so we can say after 1 minute we're happy for the light just to be turned off. So those settings are fine. So if I just tick the box there, and there you go, as simple as that to get set up and configure it via the Hue app. Now to test this out, if I go to home, let's turn the light off, let's put the sensor there, and now if I go to accessory setup, go there. Now if we look here, you can see no motion is detected. Now if I bring my hand in, there you go, motion's detected, light turns on. Let's give it a minute, it should turn off automatically now. And there you go, it's turned off. Simple as that to set up, nothing too tricky about this at all. Next, just to show the options available on the iPhone with the Philips Hue app. So if I click here on the Hue app and we go to settings, accessory setup, and we click there, there you go, exactly the same options available on there as well. And configuration wise, exactly the same to set up as well, no different from the Android app. So you can follow the same steps as I showed on my Android phone. Okay, so I'm just standing outside my studio door and you can see the Hue light is off. And now if I walk into the room, there you go, the light's turned on. Now flicking around, you can see the sensors just over here. And just to give the distance in perspective, there's the light. So excellent functionality, very simple to set up, and the fact you could have your lights turning on when you walk into a room and obviously on a timer, so after a certain period of time it just turns off. So very useful for areas like a hallway where people are forgetting to turn lights off and it just automatically turns things off for you. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this motion sensor from Philips Hue. Very simple to set up and configure. Thing to note though, you have to have a Philips Hue hub and a light bulb for it to work. So keep that in mind. So in terms of price, it can get quite expensive. But there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.